So Clay basically just got he had a nice little run with the Gastonia Ghost Peppers, his first pro ball job. They just needed him for like a road trip for the week, and he went out there through a first professional outing. As you can expect, first pro outing, got a little nerves going. He threw pretty well, but walked a few too many guys. But for the most part, he showed that his stuff will play in professional baseball, mostly with the sweeper and that elite kick change. So today, in this live, just looking for him to get a little bit more consistent in his mechanics. We've been working all week on a few different things, mostly getting the pelvis open. That was one of the reasons he was missing so much. So working on timing within the mechanics. But the best thing about Clay is, he throws the kick change really hard. It moves a ton, and he consistently throws it in the zone. So from that pitch alone, I think his potential is pretty crazy, and his velo in the past has been up to like 94, a little down right now from, not getting to play much this summer and everything, and then coming out and just jumping into games. But really just want him to continue to throw this kick change, continue to use his secondary pitches extremely well, because that's going to be his quickest jump to being a good pro pitcher. He doesn't like me to cue him on the kick change. He says it messes him up. But when he throws them bad, what am I supposed to do? Say nothing?
Fair enough.
Hey, we'll take that. You want to swing at that and get yourself out? We'll take it.
First pitch ground out. I love it.
I love talking shit to hitters.
That's what a leadoff hitter is supposed to do, right?
Right. Ground out on the first fastball they see. So what we've been working on with Clay this week, in his first game, it's like he had that adrenaline. First kick change, -2, not bad. First game, he had that adrenaline, and so he felt really sped up, so he tried to slow himself down. And you see this a lot with young pitchers, but when he tried to slow himself down, he just went a little too far with it. It was going too slow, and it's going nowhere. So when he's getting down the mound, he was landing totally sideways. And if you're not getting your pelvis open in the landing, then you're going to see the torso is going to rotate early, and that's going to make you leave the arm. Depending on what you do with your arm, it's either going to be the high arm side miss or the yank. Mm-hmm. So all week we've just been hey man, let's find a way to clear the pelvis. So you're going to see him really try to get that front leg open. And so far, he's in the zone.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And you can see how nasty right there, those last two pitches. He went kick change, and then fastball up and in. Great sequence. So now it's 1-2. Punch him out, dude. Punch him out with whatever you want. Ooh. I think that's there. I mean, it's a strike. It is a strike. Yes, it is. That's at your his face. That's not in his face. I didn't need the TrackMan to know that was a strike, right? What about that one? Yeah, way depthier. 0. He wants the -10 one so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said the focus has been on clearing the pelvis this week and making sure that he's getting down the mound the way you want him to be. Has that been a lot of adjustments in plyos, catch play? What's been the process for that?
It's been very mechanical, so lots of plyos.
Yep.
Clay likes to do water bags and med balls and stuff like that. Water bags, med balls, stuff like that to kind of just feel the mechanics and pattern the mechanics. And for him, it's just all about timing, understanding at this point in the delivery, this needs to be here. And if he gets there, he's really good. But like most young, inexperienced pitchers, he has a hard time feeling those adjustments in real time. But after a week of just hammering it over and over again, I'm seeing really good stuff out of him here. And this is how I want him to pitch.
Yeah.
Tons of off speed.
Yeah.
Tons of off speed. The fastball on paper is not good, but paired with everything else, it's really solid. Nice. Good pitch. Can't believe he didn't swing. You can see today the kick change's not even that good. 0 and 8. But
That's a good place to be when your worst is at the 0 line, right?
Exactly. And so if you think about this from a hitter's perspective, low arm slot, every single hitter in America, in the world, they see a low arm slot is going to expect the ball to run a lot, and you don't really see depth out of guys with low arm slots, depth without horizontal, right? So this kick change, even the ones that aren't getting negative, like he'll probably throw some at some point that get super negative. You can see the real nasty ones. But even like this lack of horizontal is still really weird to a hitter when they see this slot and they see the ball go down without running. That's why it's such an effective pitch, and it's a new pitch, so hitters aren't really sure what to do with it. So there's going to be a few years where this is going to dominate, kind of like the sweeper was 5 years ago, you know?
Yeah, he's got a very almost like north-south arsenal for somebody you would expect to be more that east-west.
Exactly. And he has the ability to do the east-west thing. We just feel like this is more unique.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of an experiment in a way. But
So how exactly does remote coaching work? You will have unlimited access to text and email your coach, hop on weekly FaceTime calls, and receive regular mechanical and training updates. Each day, your plan will detail exactly what to do from start to finish, with instructional videos for every single throwing drill, mobility routine, and lifting exercise. Nobody's going to do the work for you, but we can show you the path to get there. It's your career. Let's get to work.
as long as, yeah, you can see how effective it is. Like, they're just not ever going to be able to really barrel that pitch up unless it's one that doesn't move right. You know, as long as he executes the movement on it and gets it near the zone, it should be good. Now these pitches, fastballs, are the only thing he's going to get hurt on. That's why I want him to throw a lot of them. Nice. We got that off. Yeah. Really close though.
Obviously, that kick change is pretty elite. How did that pitch come about?
So with Clay, I just want a circle change before. On a circle change before, and on paper it was like good, but from his slot, pretty average. Like he did like the 0-21,
Yeah.
which from a low slot is pretty average changeup, really. Like I said, hitters expect a ton of run out of low slot guys. So the kick change, there was a spell where like if somebody's changeup wasn't elite and they didn't have good feel for it, then I'm okay to change it. So there was a period of time where I was like, yeah, just try a kick change, and like if guys would try it, and if it was good, we would keep working on it to try to make it better. Clay was a guy, like literally the very first time he threw it, it was disgusting, and he had decent feel for it in the zone. So we pretty much immediately were like, okay, that's your new changeup, and he's been working on it ever since. And he's just gotten better and better and better at putting it in the zone. And the unique thing about him is the kick change can be a little finicky with the movement, but his movement is extremely consistent on it. And that, nice. Even today, like it's not as good today as it usually is, but he's still getting tons of whiffs. He's still getting consistent movement, and you can see that they're all in the same spot. What'd you say? You can make this the last guy. You're at 20 pitches.
I mean, it profiles pretty similarly to like a Devin Williams like changeup.
Yeah, it has a little less horizontal, which I think from the low slot makes it more deceptive. Even though technically it's less movement, it's the movement that the hitter doesn't expect. The depth without the run, it's weird, right? Anything weird is good.
Yeah. That's why funky pitchers work so well. So
right.
It's just like something you don't see every day.
Yeah, I think of it almost like imagine a sidearm guy throwing a 12-6 curveball. Like, how crazy would that look to a hitter?
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
You see over the top, you expect ride and depth. You see from the lower slot, you expect sweep and run. So anytime you can throw from those slots and get away from those norms, hitters are going to have a period of time where they're going to have to make an adjustment. See right there, even at the top of the zone, like change-ups at the top of the zone don't usually work, But when you get that much depth on it, it's just weird. Nice.
I mean, you can just throw it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And it just won't get hit.
Right. Like we did it to John Lantigua when he was hitting against Clay. I told Clay, like, hey, I just want you to do one AB where you throw nothing but kick changes. I think he struck him out on 4 pitches. And like at that point, John knew what he was throwing, and John's a pretty solid hitter, and just couldn't hit it. I found one off, you know, and it's literally just that weird of a pitch.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm excited for Clay. Like, that was an awesome live. Obviously, like, threw a lot of strikes, was super competitive the entire time. And, you know, Clay in college didn't get, you know, it's kind of one of those guys that fell into the trap that a lot of college guys do. And you have a couple bad outings, and the college season is so short that you just don't get any opportunities. So now he's done with college. He wants to play. He wants to be a professional, but he has no numbers. So it's like, how do we get you to be like a legit pro? It's like, well, we just make your stuff really nasty. Gotta get you an opportunity somewhere. Go pitch, get some innings, get some experience. And the second he gets consistent with everything, I'm so confident that he will not get hit. The only way he will get hurt is if he allows free passes, allows guys to steal bags and stuff like that. His arsenal is good enough that he can get a lot of hitters out. I mean, you can just see the sweeper and the kick change, you know, right there on the 0 line going both ways. And then when he's outdoors with spikes on, he's up in the 90s, and they got to respect this fastball as well.
Yep.
And then he can also throw cutters and sinkers and whatever else we need to do. It's just these two pitches are the ones right now that we're like, hey, if you perfect these two, I'm confident you can get all kinds of pro hitters out.
And you can see the changeups, like, locations are also super, super solid.
Right.
Like, that is where you want to throw it. It's below the zone, and then inside to a righty, outside to a lefty.
Exactly.
Like, that is the profile. That's like the location. Like, yeah, it's great to have an elite pitch, but command on that elite pitch is just as important.
Right. And that's the thing that makes me talk about Clay's kick change so much. Because there's plenty of guys that can throw the -8, -10 kick change from time to time, right? But Clay does it super consistently, and it's a strike. That's the biggest problem with a lot of guys is it's such a weird grip. You know, your middle finger is spiked on it, and a lot of guys are used to using that middle finger to help them manipulate the ball. So now you don't know where it's coming out, where it's going to go.
Yeah.
But in his case, for whatever reason, he just it's his pitch that he throws around the zone the most, which is super unique and weird. So it's like, all right, you can have success with just this one pitch. There's so many examples of big league pitchers that really just had that one elite pitch, you know, and that got him by. And, you know, that's not really the norm anymore, but it's enough to, you know, get him into pro ball, get his feet wet, and develop the rest of his arsenal. So that makes me like really excited for him and like the potential he has if somebody can see how special this pitch is, you know. The most important thing is just putting it in the right spot. It's good. Like your worst kick change is better than everybody else's best one. That's the best I've seen you pitch, like overall.